what it is lately, but there is something with my lips because this whole makeup look, I feel disgusting. But the minute I get these lips on, I feel like it's gonna make it work. Okay? So what I've been doing lately, I don't even know what this is. This is Becca Cosmetics Ultimate Lip Definer in Toasty. And it's kind of close to my natural lip color. This man, right here, him. He's been sending me over the edge, like, the last 2 days. So I'll come back to the Becca thing. We'll get back to it, okay? This dog, my uncle works out at 6 a.m. And so all the dogs come downstairs. And Louie will go with my Uncle Mark, and Chloe will go lay in her bed. Charles, lately, the man in question, he will bust down my door at 6 a.m. Like, I will wake up to my door going slap against the wall. He will bust down my door, and then he'll sit, like, on the floor, which wouldn't be a problem, but then he does this weird, like, tongue thing. He'll go like, I'm like, stop. Like, I'm literally laying in bed at 6 a.m. I just wanted to sleep for like an hour longer. And the thing is, I can't even stop him because I don't think this door locks. I can't barricade him out. He's driving me nuts. Anyway, so welcome to my somewhat dysfunctional vlog. So going back, I'm going to take the Becca lip liner, and it's kind of close to my natural lip color, and I just like overline my lips. I'm kind of reapplying now. Okay, let me give you like a better rundown. So I did the Becca liner, and then I think it's pronounced L'Octane. It's the yellow ones at the mall. And then I got this Context nude lip balm in like an Ipsy kit. It's All or Nothing. And then at the end, I used to love like a good, we're rough here. I used to love like a good matte lip, and lately I just haven't. I like feeling hydrated. I like feeling like my lips are supple. So when I was in the Quad Cities last time, my mom and I hit up this market, and it's called the Smith Family Old Country Market. And they have all these handmade, completely natural lip balms. So I just put vanilla cupcake over everything, which gave me a little glossy vibe. Normally, I would love my makeup, but I think I was saying this earlier. I don't know what I've talked to you guys about. Sometimes, okay, let's be real. Sometimes I just like talk to myself, and then sometimes I talk to you guys, and it's like, who did I talk to? Did I do like a fake interview to myself while I was putting on makeup? Or did I really tell you guys this story? I have liked my makeup a lot lately and like the style that I'm doing it in, because basically what I do is I just take whatever technique I like from any time that I've been alive, from like the 90s forward, and I just put it on my face. And what I'm finding is that it's a lot, like, I like it a lot better if I kind of change something to go with my face shape or like with my face, versus if I do it necessarily exactly like I'm instructed to do it. I just do it for what I believe my face shape is, and it tends to look a little better. Now today, I'm really questioning it because I am visiting a youth group, like a 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, like young people group here in the Quad Cities. And basically everything I've put on today and every piece of makeup I've applied to my face and every bit of straightening my hair, I really wondered if it was the vibe. And I think it's just because I'm like nervous to meet people. I think I do not look like a clown. But, you know, I'm just like nervous because meeting people is always scary. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure why I'm going. I think one goal while I'm here, I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last vlog, is to just like get really good at meeting new people and to just get really good at doing new things and to get very comfortable with that. So wish me luck. I know Kim and I are going to the zoo today. That is all I know. It's the Niabi Zoo here in the Quad Cities. So I know for sure I'll do that. I'll do a video of that there. And then I kind of don't know what the weekend looks like because Kim's mom is coming into town and she'll be staying here too. And I'm sure that we'll be doing like a lot of fun stuff. But I just, you know, sometimes if you vlog or blog, you kind of understand there are people who you know are cool with what you do and with sharing their lives, and then sometimes other people like come into town or like kind of come into the situation and you're like, I have no idea how they feel about this. So I might share what we do this weekend. I might not, but either way, here's our little trip to the zoo. Saturday morning. I'm trying to be quiet because Kim's mom is like in the bathroom next to me. So we're gonna keep this one short and sweet. Do you guys ever wake up some days and you're like a goddess? And then other days you wake up and you're like, oh no, 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 no. Girl, you're rough, okay? That's how I'm feeling today. I feel like I woke up and I was like, why is my skin breaking out? And then but I know in my mind logically, I'm like, it's probably because I ate 77 Kit Kats last night. I don't know, just things to think about. It's Saturday morning. I know that we are going to the farmer's market this morning, and then one of my aunts, Lisa, and I are going to a place called Selective Seconds. If you guys are ever in the Quad City area, Selective Seconds would be a place I would highly recommend. I think, like in Minnesota, I know that we have thrift shops and then we have vintage shops, and they're kind of like two separate things. And I find that the vintage shops are very, they're very like feminine 50s traditional vintage shops, and nothing wrong with that. That's just my vibe only like 1/10 of the time. So I just don't go there that often. And then a lot of the thrift shops, they just like accept anything, like a Goodwill or something. So I really like Selective Seconds because they are pickier. They're a little more selective, if you will, about their inventory, and they also have vintage stuff, and so I'm excited to go there and go try stuff on. But all I know for today is those two things. I'll probably check in again before Halloween tomorrow because I just like to talk to you guys. So see you then. Happy Sunday. I just came home from church and then I had lunch with my aunt and uncle and I just changed into this. I don't know if this is going to be my Halloween fit. I might change a few things. So like I have brown pants on. I might go to blue jeans or leggings just to be a little more comfortable. I may also switch my shirt. I do have like a Halloween themed shirt. And then I was thinking of crimping my hair instead because I'm wearing this jacket that I got at Selective Seconds yesterday. It's a nice puffer and it's very 80s. And I guess I just wanted to kind of go with like the groovy like theme of it. And I felt like my hair was a little too polished for that. So I might crimp it after this. Tonight we're going to my cousin's house. They live in Bettendorf, Iowa. And all of us are getting together and trick-or-treating with my little cousins. I know Frankie's going to be a ballerina. I know Ellie is going to be Olaf from Frozen. But I don't know what Mila, Mara, and Maddie will be. So we will see. But I'm excited to like experience trick-or-treating through the eyes of my little cousins, and especially Frankie. I think this is like her first time, and I just think it's so fun to now be the adult and get to walk with the kids, and I don't get to do this when I'm home in Minnesota, so this is like really special for me, and I'm very excited. The one thing I did want to talk about, because every single year this comes up. It comes up when I post Instagram stories about it. It comes up when I talk about this. Yes, I am a Christian, and I don't celebrate Halloween in a demonic sense. I celebrate Halloween in kids dressing up and getting candy sense. That's literally it. Like, I have never been in a demonic costume. My parents have never let me be in like even like a skeleton or something. Like that's not, I was never a ghost, like no spirits. And I just feel like I'm going to keep that with my kids too. I think there's a way to do it where it's just fun. And I really believe it's like the motivation of your heart. And if the motivation of your heart is that you live for Christ and you honor him and you just wear a fun costume and eat candy and get together with your family, I don't think God is going to be mad about that motivation of your heart. So I did want to address that because I know like every year, and I'm sure in this video, someone will be like, Halloween is evil. Do you know the history of Halloween? And it's like, well, I'm not doing those evil things. I'm not participating in those evil things. And truthfully, if we have the Holy Spirit, we don't even have to worry about those evil things because the Holy Spirit is keeping us safe. And if we renew our minds and we're not involved in gross things like witchcraft and demonic presence and spirits and seances and things like that, if we don't do all that, we're Gucci, okay? That's the truth. So let's go have fun. I want to bring you guys along. Let's not make it weird. Let's go party. So today I had plans to kind of wrap up my Quad City vlog and do a ton of things that I've never done before, like go places I've never been to, like do things I've never done. And then I realized about half of them, more than half of them, like 75% of them were canceled because the seasons are over. So like one thing I wanted to do was take a river boat because we have river boats here in the Quad Cities, and just ride around on a riverboat, like do a day of it. And that never happened, and the season is over because the last week of October is their last week that they do it. So that one got cut, and there were a couple others that got cut. But I am going to go with my cousin today. Nick and I are going, and I'm going to be picking up a laptop, which, like, technically I've never done that, but that's not really exciting. I'm not really going to show that. I'm going to pick up a new laptop. I'm going to go to a place called 392 Coffee, and it's around here. I think it's in, like, Bettendorf. I could be totally wrong. I don't really know where it is. But I've heard from many, many locals that that place is kind of, that's it, you know? Like 392 is like the best of the best that you can get around here. So I'm gonna get like a chai because I'm still on No Coffee November. But I am excited to try that. And then also, if I have extra time this afternoon, I do want to go, I think it's pronounced like Fig or Figgy Art Museum. It's a contemporary art museum here in the Quad Cities. And I just wanted to see, like, what is their art museums like? Like, what is their art like? What are their, how good are the arts around here? So I'm going to go check that out and see if it's worth the stop for other people who come into town. Otherwise, it's just going to be a day of me and Nick and Frankie doing some errands together. And then maybe later tonight, I'll be back at the house. I don't know how much of that I'll show, but I'll probably check in maybe one more time and wrap up the vlog later tonight. Just some thoughts about like the last 2 weeks and my trip and how it's gone and all of that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thought I would finish up the vlog here in Nashua. I cannot seem to find good lighting anywhere in this town because I either have this or when I was turned the other way, like half of my face was dark and the other half was light. So we're just gonna have to deal with the lighting situation, okay, family? Here's the update. I'm halfway home. I'm in Nashua. I did not get the hubcaps because my family friend was called into work. So I had to pick him up from his son, who's like 18 years old. And it was a little awkward, you know? You know when you're like talking to somebody and like neither of you kind of know what to say? Because it's not like we're friends. Like my parents are friends with his grandma, you know? So I was just like, how's it going? And he was like, good. And I was like, cool. And then I took my hubcaps and I left. But I'd like to say that's my most awkward encounter of the day, but it isn't. When I went to the coffee shop this morning, I went and got a chai at Milltown in East Moline. And the kid who rang me up was someone from like the small group I've been going to the last 2 weeks. And like I don't think he registered that I was who I was. Like he walked up and I was like, hey, how's it going? He was like, good. And then it just kind of went downhill from there. So like, I don't know what it is. I just can't like talk to people. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the issue. I often assume it's other people, but I'm starting to maybe like contemplate that it might be me. Perhaps. I was talking with my cousin Angie about this the other day because we were talking about like dating and how we really struggle because we feel like she's in her late 20s and I'm in my mid to late 20s. And we're both like, I just feel like guys our age like aren't that interesting. Like I don't feel like any of them really want to talk to us. And we both get along with older people, like people a generation above us so much better. And like I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it is like technology. I feel like my whole life people have been like, oh, you millennials, like your technology, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm kind of like, maybe it is a problem. Because I go into situations and boys are just like on their phone and girls are just on their phone. Like everybody's just on their phone. They don't really want to talk, and then they get talking, and then they like don't include you if you're like a new person. And so then it's like, well, now I don't know what to talk about. And like they want to talk about, I don't know. I feel like boys in the Christian community like really like Star Wars and Star Trek, and I just am not. I'm not a sci-fi girl. So there's like so many pieces to this puzzle where I'm like, am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama, but like maybe I am. I don't know. That really wasn't like the point of this. I was going to sign off on this vlog. I was going to like reflect on my time in the Quad Cities, but I really, now I'm like, am I the issue? Like, can I just not talk to people anymore? Beyond that, I have had mixed feelings about going home. This is what I kind of came down to. So I had like a low-key like mental breakdown about it like last week. I wouldn't call it a mental breakdown, like an emotional breakdown about it last week. And I was like, I don't want to be anywhere. Like, I'm just not happy. Again, it was kind of a maybe I'm the problem type of talk with God. And I think as the week went on, this is what I discovered. Both Minnesota and the Quad Cities have really good community for me. I got family friends, I've got family, I've got friends, like I have community of people in both places. So like emotionally, I am drawn to both for that reason. But like if somebody asked me like, do you feel at home in one of those places? At this point, I really don't. Like I don't feel connected enough to call the Quad Cities or Minnesota home. And the only reason that I would continue in Minnesota is because my parents are there and because there's more things to do. But I think I'm really struggling, and at least it helped me see, I don't know, I guess it just confirmed feelings that I already had, that maybe neither of them are where I'm supposed to be, and like to have peace with that. But I think I feel like I've prayed about where I'm supposed to be for years, and I've shared that with you guys, and I just don't see it happening, and I'm just confused. And I feel like I go home and I just plan my next trip, and I plan the next thing I'm gonna do, and I just don't enjoy home. Like it would be sad if I moved, but also like I don't feel like I'm home there. And then I come to the Quad Cities hoping that I've done this both last year and this year, hoping that I'll feel more connected there, feel better there. And then I'm like, oh, I love the people here, but like I'm kind of bored. Like there's not as much to do here as there is in Minnesota, but then I don't feel like this is home, and I don't feel like in this stage of life, this is what I need. So I don't know. I've like been back and forth because I'm excited to go home. I really was like, I was a little emotional in the car when I left like my aunt and uncle's this morning, because I love them and I'm grateful for them and I'm thankful they let me stay at their house. But there's just this emotional kind of like back and forth that like I don't know what to do with. And also like a feeling, as I've said 100 times now, of not having a home base. And I think it's easy as a Christian to be like, well, this world isn't our home. But it's like, where is my home? Like, other people talk about feeling at home here, and it's not because they're sinful, horrible people. It's like they have a feeling of home here, and I just can't seem to find that. And so I think it's hard because it's like I don't want to bite the bullet and like I don't want to live somewhere on my own, but I don't necessarily want to be in Minnesota, in the Twin Cities area, or in the Quad Cities. So I'm like, well, then I'm just kind of in this analysis paralysis, and I'm stuck heading home to Minnesota to be with my parents again. So I don't know if this season will ever get better. I might have said this in the last vlog or in this one. I don't remember where that clip is in. But this trip really is different than probably what I'll be doing most of the time, because most of the time I'll probably show like events or fun things I do and kind of incorporate them into a vlog. Whereas this one was really about like capturing family memories and kind of just also capturing where I am in this season of life. And I always do this because I do live in the hope that one day in the future, like I will look back and be like, oh man, like I'm not there. I'm grateful I'm not there, but I'm also grateful that I documented that season, because other people like might relate to that and might not feel so, not even lonely, but just like, oh, it's okay if in my mid-20s like I don't have everything figured out. And so that's partially why I do vlogs like this and just talk about kind of like emotional stuff and where I'm at, and like the uncertainty is kind of like in the hopes one day I will be more certain and I'll know what I want out of life, and I'll have a place that I call home, and I'll maybe be married and have a person that feels like home. I don't know. I don't mean to leave this vlog on a weird note. That's just kind of what I've been feeling lately and kind of what I've been working through. And I think this trip helped me at least confirm that maybe neither place is for sure home right now. But I will wrap this up here and just say that this was actually a very good trip. I think I kind of just made this like a Debbie Downer moment, and that's okay. It's okay to feel things and to work them out. But the reality is that it was a great trip, and I had a great time with my family, and I got to do birthdays, I got to meet new friends, I got to go to youth group, I got to see my cousin preach, I got to do Halloween. Like, there were so many things that I got to do on this trip, and I got to go to new places I've never been to in the Quad Cities, which was fun, and I just got to catch up with everybody. So I have absolutely no complaints. It was a good trip, but I'm ready to go back to Minnesota, kind of get back to the everyday life and figure out more things, and I'm excited to bring you guys along and continue more vlogs. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment below kind of how you're feeling about the vlogs. Do you like this style? Do you want it more like marketed? Do you want to see more fun events now that I'm going back to Minnesota? Do you want to see photo shoots and like behind the scenes? What are you guys looking for in a vlog? Because I know what I'm looking for is like that video documentary of like different seasons of my life, but I want to give you guys what you want to have. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.